Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Alain. Hope your day is starting out well. Appreciate everybody that joins me live. Appreciate if you're watching a replay, listening to the podcast, whether it's at enjoylifesafely.com, Spotify, Apple, wherever you're listening. Thank you. If you are listening and you haven't signed up for the newsletter yet, what are you waiting for? Go to enjoylifesafely.com. Get the free ebook on staying safe in this crazy world because there's some crazy stuff going on. Want you and your family to stay safe. Then you'll get the newsletter every weekend. More tips, staying safe, defending yourself, enjoying life, being exceptional. And I'm increasing everything I'm doing. I'm putting more videos out on YouTube. I'm putting more videos on TikTok. I'm increasing the stuff for the newsletter. I'm doing the lives every day just to give you a ton of information to help you stay safe. I'm going to give you a little tip today on breaking a panic. You know, when you're startled, you're scared, sometimes you freeze up. It's a natural reaction. I'm going to give you one tip. There are others out there that I've shared, but this is a different one that can help you break that freeze, break that panic to get you into action. I want to say good morning to Thad first. Thad said hello. Thank you, Thad. Appreciate you being here and saying good morning. You're walking down the street, somebody jumps out, wants to rob you or pull you into the bushes or whatever. Somebody breaks into your house and, smashes your front door in because maybe it wasn't locked and they just burst their way in and whatever. And all of a sudden you're caught like a deer in the headlights. You freeze. Okay? Natural reaction. One technique to get through this is you can yell no. Just yell, because we want it very simple, very easy. No, we're not going to freeze. Clench your fists as you do that. What that's doing is you're activating your body. You're doing something to get through that freezing so you can then go on and do what you have to do to keep yourself safe. So, all of a sudden you're startled. No, I'm not going to freeze up and boom, you'll be ready to do something. I think I got this from A Safety Minute by Robert Sicaro. An older book, but a lot of good safety tips in it. And so that was one of the things that he taught. And he actually said, if you wanted to practice this, you could have your friends, sneak up and, try to startle you or scare you at certain moments. And then you practice that. You just clench your fist, say no, and then you do whatever you have to do to stay safe. So that's just one simple technique. The combat breathing that I teach and some of the other techniques I've taught in other shows, those work too. Pick the one and practice the one that works best for you. I think Robert even said, if you remember the Pink Panther movies years ago, where he would have his butler, surprise him and, attack him at different times to keep this stuff sharp. You could have that with your friends or family members, have them try to surprise you in different things and make sure that you can react and not go into that freeze. More training you do, less apt that is to happen. That's why law enforcement and military and people in those professions need to train a lot so they don't freeze. But even people that have been in different situations and have not frozen sometimes will freeze. It's weird how our body works. And I've talked to people that have been in horrific situations and act heroically. But then in another situation, they had that freeze response. So our bodies do react differently. And so we need to be able to get through that. The combat breathing, box breathing, talked about on other shows. I'll talk about it again in the future. Practicing that regularly can help you in those stressful situations. But this quick startle response of something happens and just going, no, and clenching up your fists is something that Robert was teaching, and it activates you, gets you through it, so you can then start performing. Because that's the key. You have to act, you have to move, you have to do something. We freeze, that can delay time and cost things, including your life. And so that's why we want to be able to get through the freeze and do the proper actions, whether that's escaping, whether that's denying access to ourselves to get hurt, whether that's attacking back and just taking out a bad guy, if that's the proper action. That's what we teach in the active shooter triangle. And that works for not just active shooters, but other assaults as well. So, but we got to get to one of those three by moving, by acting. And that has to do from getting through the freeze. Make sense? Just a little safety tip on this Tuesday, something for you to maybe incorporate into your training, into your practicing to help keep you safe and get through something if something were to happen. I want to say good morning to Dixon. Dixon says, just like Cato, the houseboy of Inspector Clouseau. Damn, you beat me to it. Exactly. We're thinking the same thing. So that was exactly right. I couldn't remember his name, but I remember it's from the Pink Panther movie. So, yep, Dixon, we were on the same track. And Thad said, beware, it's risky to startle Alan. Thanks, Thad. Thad and I have been friends for, God, what is it, 20-some years now. Met in law school, been friends ever since. So appreciate you being here, Thad. Thad and I actually used to train during law school, too. They actually did an article on us, had some cool pictures in the paper of us doing Hapkido over in the gymnasium. It's how we blew off some steam during the studies and stress of going to law school. So thank you again, Thad. Thank you for being here, Dixon. Thank you to everybody watching. Thank you for those that are going to be listening on the podcast, watching replays. Get the newsletter. Enjoy your day. Make it a terrific Tuesday. We will see you tomorrow with a little bit of warrior wisdom.